Hello and welcome to the info channel. This is going to be your quick and simple guide to the Frost Death Knight. But this is going to be the last of the Death Knight guides, as I've already done the Unholy and the Blood Death Knight. So be sure to like and subscribe, and then comment what class you would like to see next. Now let's get into it. First, what does a Frost Death Knight bring to the raid? They can bring 3 things to your raid. Improved Icy Talons, which is a 20% haste buff. Improved Icy Touch, which is a 6% debuff on the target of attack speed. And then they can bring Horn of Winter, which is an agility and strength buff. Number 2, what's the best race for a Frost Death Knight? If you're on the Alliance, Human is going to be number 1 with the sword specialization and mace specialization. Number 2 will be Dwarf with their mace specialization. And number 3, Drown Eye with heroic presence. If you're on the Horde, like I am, Info White Man, then your number 1 is going to be Troll with Berserking. Number 2, Orc with Axe specialization and Blood Fury. And number 3, Blood Elf with Arcane Torrent. Number 3, what talent should I use? This is going to be your early game build, and then once you get a good set of weapons, this will be your late game build, but it might be more beneficial to move a couple points between Blood-Caked Blades and max out Subversion and Chill of the Grave. Number 4, what glyphs should I be using? Now, there's really not going to be a lot of wiggle room here, but for your major glyphs, you're going to be using Frost Strike, Disease, and Obliterate, and on your minor glyphs, it's going to be Horn of Winter, Raise Dead, and Pestilent. Number 5, consumables and profession. For your consumables, the best flask is going to be Flask of the Endless Rage, with some alternatives being Elixir of Mighty Strength and Elixir of Protection. Your food, the best one's going to be the Dragonfin Fillet, alternatives Snapper Extreme, and the Worm Steak. For potions, the best one's going to be Potion of Speed, and your alternative is the Indestructible Potion. And with your professions, that's pretty much going to be the same across all of them. Engineering's going to be the best profession for you DPS-wise. You're going to get the Nitro Boots, the Hyperspeed Accelerators, the Flex Weave, and some Sapper Charges. Number 2 is going to be Jewel Crafting, giving you those 3 unique gems that are going to be way higher than a normal gem. Number 3 will be Blacksmithing, as you're going to be able to put sockets in your bracers and your gloves. Number 4 is Leatherworking, Tailoring, Enchanting, Inscription, and Alchemy, as they all pretty much give you the same stats, like comparable to DPS. And lastly, the worst one for you is going to be Skinning. Number 6, last but not least, your rotation. First off, Frost Death Knights have a very true rotation that is dynamic because of Killing Machine and Rhyme. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Be sure you're in Blood Presence, you do Raise Dead, Army of the Dead, and then cast Horn of Winter, and that's when we're going to start your opener. Icy Touch to Plague Strike to Unbreakable Armor, then Blood Tap, Obliterate, Frost Strike, Pestilent, Empowered Rune Weapon, Obliterate 3 times in a row, and then Frost Strike 3 times in a row. This is when you enter your normal rotation, and this is also when Killing Machines and Rhine procs become important. For your single target rotation, you will use Obliterate and then whatever proc you have. If you do not have a proc, use Frost Strike, then Obliterate with whatever proc you have, then Blood Strike with whatever proc you have, then Pestilence, and then whatever proc you have, and then repeat. So again, Obliterate, Obliterate, Blood Strike, Pestilence, but in between those, you will use the procs for Frost Strike or Howling Blast. For your AoE, it's going to be the same as the single target that I just explained, except with your Killing Machine procs, you will just continue to use Howling Blast instead of Frost Strike. And that's going to wrap up our quick and simple guide on the Frost Death Knight. Be sure to comment down what class you would like to see next, and subscribe to get the latest and greatest Wrath of Lich King content. And I hope you have a great day.